Welcome to the New You guided recording. And remember, this is optional, as you can just answer the questions in the book, but this recording really helps you get clarity on what you stand to gain when you successfully cut back or quit drinking. And if you just came from listening to the Before You recording, I'm excited to tell you this one will be a lot more fun and a lot more exciting for you to explore and to complete. So let's go ahead and start by finding a comfortable, relaxed position. However, you're going to want to have your journal nearby. So whether you're using a physical journal or a computer, tablet, or whatever you're using, just make sure you have it accessible because we will be using that after we go through the first portion of this. And before you begin to write anything down in your journal, we want to start by gently closing your eyes and taking a moment to just focus on your breathing. Breathe in through your nose, pulling the air all the way down into your stomach, and then exhaling through your mouth. And with each exhale, just go ahead and let go of any problems, concerns, or anything on your mind. And I want you to put an expectation into your mind for this process. And that is, it's going to be fun. This is the fun part. That is what the purpose solution is all about. Identifying, acknowledging, and honoring your purpose or your why for being here, your why for cutting back or quitting drinking. And when you really start to fulfill your purpose in your life, life is fun. And that's the great thing. And this is what we are opening the door to today. And really, we're continuing to open the door because in some ways we opened up the door with the time travel technique that you perhaps just did yesterday. Which is a perfect segue. So what I want you to do first is think about the time travel technique and what you saw when you were able to finally get sober and picture that version of yourself 5 years in the future. What did that image look like where alcohol no longer had a negative impact in your life? Be as detailed as you can as you picture that image of what you looked like. From what you were wearing to your weight, your skin, your hair, your eyes. And as you're creating that image, consider what a stranger might say if they looked at you. Would they consider you're healthy and maybe even vibrant just by looking at you? And how would you feel? Do you get out of bed hangover free, feeling healthy and passionate and optimistic? And what about your relationships? Have you rekindled passion in your marriage or fallen in love? Have you mended damaged relationships or maybe became the parent you always dreamed of becoming or a friend that you always wanted to be? Or maybe you went out and found a bunch of new great friends. And what have you been able to do? Have you always had a dream that you felt like drinking just stopped you from accomplishing? A new career, education, something that financially you couldn't afford, but now that you have freed up the money from drinking, you have that money to invest? Go ahead and just take a second and breathe in and feel your body come alive with this newfound oneness that has been created when you finally were able to change your drinking for good. And go ahead and open your eyes when you're ready. And we really want to capture this new you in your journal. We want to make sure it's clear because we're going to use this as a tool throughout the rest of the program. So go ahead and move to your journal or access it, however that is that you need to do that, and start writing. And remember, don't worry about grammar or anything like that. You can worry about that later. Right now, you want to dump as much data as you can remember into your journal. So thinking about everything that came up in the guided audio that I just did or the time travel technique yesterday, go ahead and capture everything you can. And I'll pause for the next minute to give you time to really get all that on paper. And if that wasn't enough time, don't worry. You can pause the audio again, or you can go ahead and fill it in after we're done with this guided recording. But at this stage, I want to ask you some questions as you're in front of your journal and give you a little time to respond, so you can actually get this on paper and you don't have to worry about reading something at the same time as recording. So how would you really feel when you are thriving in sobriety? What would your energy level be like? How would you feel about yourself personally? Pride, confidence? What would it feel like to go to bed every night sober and wake up without a hangover? What are those things that you're finally going to be able to accomplish now that you're not compelled to drink so frequently? Learn a new sport, take up a new hobby, learn how to speak a new language, do rewarding volunteer work, different types of activities with friends and loved ones. What are those things that come to mind? Maybe there's something you've always wanted to do and you've just never taken action. What would that be? How might your career change? Will you look for a new career, start your own business, or just start performing better at your existing job? Or will you be more upbeat, personable, and confident at work with your newfound attitude and energy level? How will your finances change? Will you be saving money from drinking and not engaging in drinking-related activities? Will your earning potential go up because you're more productive and more effective, or maybe you found a new job? And what about your love life? If you're already in a marriage, has that been improved? Or if you're searching for love, have you found a partner that you can spend the rest of your life with? As you consider these, be as specific as you can. Remember, the devil is in the details. So really take time to capture this as best you can. Your goal here is to build the biggest why possible, so that you can begin to see why drinking equals pain and sobriety equals immense pleasure. Because as we know, what we just learned is you'll take action based on pleasure and pain. So if sobriety equals pleasure and drinking equals pain, it becomes an easy choice to not drink. It's not even a choice at all, as a matter of fact. Now that you have this new you list of what sobriety will bring to you in your life, review it regularly. That's the key to attracting it. And as always, here's to your success thriving in sobriety.